On this week's episode, we review The Honest Thief.
And other pop culture news. Okay, so on this week's episode, we found a ballot.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, this week is election week in the United States, and there's some things before we start talking about the movies. There's some things I want to talk about it.
Okay.
And some of the things are about media for itself. For instance, the coverage of the election dropped 20% since last election. I guess people has a lot of streaming to watch, has a lot of other options, and so 20% TV ratings. One other thing is how the mainstream media got everything so wrong. First, before the election, they said that one candidate would blue wave the other one, and the numbers were like, oh, this is gonna be a landslide in the polls, and the way everything was covered was in a way that it was all wrong. And if anything we want to talk about that is the fact that mainstream media it's dying, like Hollywood is dying. And one thing that I thought about it was like Rotten Tomatoes and how they kill or they make a movie, and you don't have to rely on that. You have alternative media, including us. You have all the outlets where you can find information, and you can rely on your own opinion. You can go and you could go and vote for whoever you wanted. You could go and watch a movie, and if you like it, you like it. You know, even if Rotten Tomatoes says it's the worst, or you might hate it, even if Rotten Tomatoes says it's the best. So
Last Jedi, excuse me.
Yeah, like the Last Jedi. You know.
Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing I wanted to talk about the elections, is that mainstream media should not be relied on because they have their biases and they make money, including Rotten Tomatoes. You know, like the critics they write for Rotten Tomatoes, they are paid for, and you know they might not want to disappoint, disagree, or with their
Mouse overlord?
financial overlords, including the mouse. You know, so yeah, I guess that's it. And meanwhile, we're still counting votes. We recorded this Thursday tonight's Thursday, right?
Yeah,
Thursday night,
night.
and we're gonna probably watch this Friday, and I'm pretty sure they're still gonna be counting.
Yeah.
But anything you wanna add to that?
No, I am so tired of it. We saw a trailer. When we went to see The Honest Thief tonight. For a movie starring Tommy Lee Jones. I just thought, his face just about sums up how I feel about election season, about this year in general. But you know how he always just looks sort of like tired and like disappointed and exasperated? That's about it. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones's faces. Yeah.
I just
Okay.
think he sums it up pretty well.
Yeah. Whoa.
Like
Okay.
that facial expression is... Anyway.
Yeah.
There we go.
But that's it for the election. Just a reminder that a lot of fake news out there, including mainstream media that promulgate most of them, and you should rely on your own guts and opinions, not for the mainstream corporate media overlords or the woke crowd. You know, go and use your instincts, use your taste for making right choices, for picking right representatives, and for picking right movies. And if you like it, you like it. If you hate it, you hate it. Even if everybody else says otherwise.
Yes.
And talking about alternative media, you can like us and share us to your friends, because we pretty straight up and honest. If you like it, we like it. If you hate it, you hate it, no matter what other people say. And we're not gonna try to sell you something because you're not getting paid by studios, corporations, or mainstream media, and
or anybody.
Oh, anybody. Yeah. So, I guess that's it.
Okay.
And if you're tired of watching the news election that don't change, it's 24/7. We're waiting for the votes. We're waiting for the votes. You could go watch The Honest Thief. I know it sounds a lot about a politician.
No, because it said honest.
That's right. So it's the opposite. Opposite of politician.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just saw The Honest Thief with the great Liam Neeson. And spoiler alert. Yeah, he doesn't steal the votes. But yeah, if you want to watch a fun movie, it's The Honest Thief. You pointed out something at the end. There is a chick flick.
It is. Like So when I read through the synopsis real quick when we were deciding what to watch this tonight, I thought, okay, Liam Neeson gets screwed over by a couple corrupt FBI agents, and he's gonna go kick their butts. It's an action movie, right? Like every other Liam Neeson gets screwed over by A, B, and C, and he goes and kicks their butts.
He has this really deep, impactful catchphrase. And this one is like, Asian Ellen, I'm coming for you.
Yeah. But it's actually a chick flick. It starts out with a really cute love story. They even have a meet cute and they fall in love and there's a house and he's supportive and everything. He's gonna change his life and make things right so he can be with her. And then at the end of the movie,
and even the explanation about he was stealing money is deep and meaningful. He wasn't stealing the money because I want to buy expensive things. I want to, I need the money.
He was coping with tragedy and loss and all that. So he's like an action hero who shares his feelings and does it all for the most amazing woman. And yeah, when it cuts to credits at the very end, we get this nice little love song. So marketed as an action movie, actually a chick flick.
Yeah,
with a couple guns.
Yeah, and the plot is the plot is pretty simple, and I didn't read the entire synopsis. I only read the first line that says that this former this bank robber wants to reform, wants to get away from the life of crime because of he found the love of his life.
Yes.
But I knew it would have, something else would have to happen, like antagonists, and I was wondering what would happen since he worked alone. There was no former partner or big bosses or anything like that, and it turns out that it's about corruption. These guys get greedy and decided to steal the money, and that simplifies everything because it keeps the cast pretty tight, pretty small.
It does.
So was the story. And
the story is really simple too. They make it very clear early on. The bad guy, he's so bad. They lay it on thick. He's popping energy drinks and pills, and he's the only. It's a PG-13.
Yeah.
He's the one who gets the token F-bomb.
Yeah.
He's just Yeah. Guy's scum.
And his partner is how do I say? He's conflicted.
Yeah. Basically, he's a spineless good guy.
Yeah. And he's typecast. He's the guy from Hamilton.
He's John Lawrence / Philip Hamilton.
That dies. I mean, not the first character, but the second.
No, the first character dies too.
Yeah, but he doesn't die for stupid mistakes.
Oh,
he
no,
dies
not on
fighting
stage.
the war, right?
Yeah.
But Philip dies because, hey, you call my daddy Daz? Let's fight! And bah! He gets that. He's killed. I mean, if you didn't see Hamilton, sorry, I spoiled it. It's 400 years old.
200.
Still, it's pretty old. So yeah, this guy. We have Kate Walsh as the girl of Liam Neeson's deeply dreams. What's the name of that guy? I can't remember the. We have not Jason Patrick. What's his name? IMDb real quick. The guy from
Burn Notice. Which guy are you talking about?
The two older detectives.
Oh, the older.
From
they're FBI agents.
Yeah, one is Robert Patrick. Is his name? The guy that was Terminator. Right. And what's the name of the other guy?
Jeffrey Donovan.
Jeffrey Donovan.
The only other thing I know him from was Burn Notice. It was a USA show that ran for a while. Kind of a contemporary with Psych.
Burn Notice. So yeah. And what else can we talk about? Honest Thief. Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's pretty. There's not a lot of complexities. Liam Neeson is this former Marine, bombs specialist. Becomes starts stealing money, and he actually steals the money that was stolen from his father. Pension. The guy embezzled the company that his father used to work, and there's a little bit more to it, but it's basically it. And after he does the first time, it's like the thrill of doing it keeps him doing it for several other times until he meets the girl, and the thrill of the girl is bigger than the thrill of stealing. Yeah. What else?
I don't know. It's a really simple plot. Like she makes him want to turn his life around. He tries to, but then these two younger FBI agents, not Jeffrey Donovan and Robert Patrick, but the two younger guys they kind of delegate to, try to steal the money. And anyway, it's a whole thing. They try to screw him over, so he has to go all vigilante and rogue to prove his innocence. But yeah, it's a fun watch. It's a nice distraction from everything else going on right now.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe COVID did this movie a favor. Like, I don't think this would really stand out from the crowd, but because there's not anything else to see right now.
Oh, I don't think so. I think Liam Neeson keeps making movies, and they keep releasing movies. I think he has his audience.
I suppose.
Because he keeps making those, and you just saw a trailer for a new one before this one, and so he keeps making movies, and I assume that there's an audience for that.
Yeah, I guess I just feel like there's nothing terribly remarkable about this one, except that it's actually a chick flick.
Sure.
But like, I mean, we can't even think of anything else to say about it.
Yeah, no, it's fun. You should go see it if your movie theater is open, and if you are able to go see it. Support the movie theaters because they might die.
Yeah.
So before they die, you should go and help and have fun. It's fun.
Yes, it was fun.
And it's not like there's a lot of other options. It's either that and a bunch of other reruns, old movies that they're showing, like Hocus Pocus and Toy Story and like classic. But, available on Disney Plus and
Yeah, but it's still a fun thing to do, with your family if you just really need to get out and not be in your house and want to support your movie theater.
Yes.
And have a
Again,
fun experience.
if they're open and if you can. Yeah.
Okay. You know what was remarkable that we saw in this past week? The season 2 premiere of The Mandalorian.
Season 2 was on. First episode.
So good.
Premiered last Friday.
Yeah.
1 hour long. And it was good.
It was good. It was packed. It was intense.
Yeah.
It was totally worth the wait.
The episode was called The Marshal. After the Marshal, this character was first mentioned. It was first introduced in a book called whatever the crappy book was.
It was not a good book.
After ending, Empire ending, something. It was Chuck Wending. I don't even know if the guy's name is this. Anyways, it was one of the first books published as part of the new Star Wars Disney canon, and it followed several new characters, but it keeps going to what they call interludes, to show what's going on with the classic characters that everybody loves and wants to, to know what's going on. And because the movies were being done and they couldn't reveal much about what happened to the characters after episode 6, they keep like interlude, and there was like Han Solo was in a bar and he's drinking I don't know, Corellian beer, and they go back to the other stars. Like, interlude, Leia's walking the halls of the Republic. It was like ridiculous.
Yeah, it wasn't a great book. But
one of the interludes was Boba Fett. What happened to Boba Fett? Well, as you know, he died on episode 6. He fell in the Sarlacc pit.
Or did he?
But on this book, there's a part of the book that talks about this guy wearing Boba Fett's Mandalorian suit of armor. And it turns out there's a local marshal in Tatooine, and that's the only thing we get from the book, this interlude about this marshal wearing the suit that he bought from some Jawas. And so Mando meets that guy.
Yeah, so he goes. So the season starts off. The Mando is looking for the child's people. And to track him down, he's got to track down another Mandalorian, right? But all the Mandalorians live in secret. But he hears of a Mandalorian on Tatooine. He's like, no way, that's not possible.
Yeah, I've been there many times.
Yeah. So he goes to Tatooine. He finds this like mining town. It's not even on the maps or anything. And he walks into a bar, and it's like this great. This episode was like so Western, but also so medieval. It was amazing. We hear, like the boots walking up to the door of the saloon, and we look up, and there's the marshal in Boba Fett's armor. And it's so cool. And then, so he walks in, orders 2 drinks for me and my friend, and then the marshal takes off his helmet. What? Which is not the way. And so Mando's about to kill him right there. And he's like, you got to give me this armor. And they're about to just have a shootout right there. Again, classic Western. And suddenly, like, the ground shakes. And there's this rumble. And everybody's, like, running around like, oh, no, what do we do? And it's, like, dust rising. And there's this bantha that's just tied up outside. And then out of the ground comes a dragon, a crate dragon, and eats the bantha and then disappears. And then the marshal's like, maybe if you help me kill this thing, you can have the armor. And then that's the episode. So literally we have a knight in shining armor showing up to kill a dragon.
Yes.
It's amazing.
The marshal is portrayed by the great Timothy Oliphant. There was a cowboy in many other shows.
Yeah.
Including that would, to mention one. So he fit right in as a marshal of this distant town of Tatooine, where miners live, and
Yeah. So
you know if there's a bright star so distant.
If there's a bright center to the universe.
Yes, we are so distant from it. That town is even distanter than Luke was. So
yeah, they're pretty out of the way. So as they set about trying to kill this dragon, they end up working with the Tusken Raiders, which is something I'm loving in The Mandalorian. Like, these sand people are actually getting like some character development, like language and culture and all this. So that was really cool to see. So Mando brings the Tusken Raiders and the miners together, and they work together to lure this dragon out, and they try to explode it with bombs, and they've got like harpoons and spears and guns and explosives, and nothing's working, and they're about to die, and Mando and the marshal are like flying around with their jetpacks, and it's just getting intense, it's getting ugly, and like this is it, right? And then the Mando looks at him and is like, take care of the child. And then he lets the dragon swallow him. It's so cool. And then, of course, he he kills the dragon from the inside and emerges, and everybody's happy.
Yeah, and he leaves Tatooine with the armor. Always good until we see a familiar face on the top of the hill watching the Mandalorian drives by. And I think the guy will want that armor. Yeah, because we know Boba Fett is a clone. It was someone that looks like a clone that looks like Boba Fett. It was Boba Fett. So, yeah, so most likely.
Bald, scarred.
And there's a line, in the beginning of the episode that they justify. It's like, oh, to go to this desert, it would take years for you to get out, or something like that. And to justify the fact that Boba Fett is wandering to the desert for years and years, and he's still alive.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
More to come on the new season of Mandalorian. Second episode comes out tomorrow, and we'll be watching.
Yes, I can't wait.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Okay.
The show's so good. You want to stick with Star Wars for a minute?
Okay, yeah. The Force Unleashed #3, the great Star Wars game that we play. It's so good. It's like it's one of the great expanded universe games. Well, you have to play to know why, how the story develops in such a way that is open in such a way that nothing on books, comic books, movies, all the video games can explain what happened after the second one, and everybody's waiting for the third one, and it might happen. It was there's rumor that the game might be in development. Since the last game released was what's the game called? Squadrons, and the company said that they will not make a sequel. This would be the game we're waiting for. So yeah.
Cool beans.
Yeah, the Star Killer saga might come to an end.
Such a cool name.
Yeah, Luke was originally called Star Killer.
Skywalker is a better choice for
a good guy.
For a good guy, yeah. In much less exciting news, I feel, Lego and Disney have released a trailer for the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special. And exactly as we could have predicted, there are some good jokes because that's what Lego does. And it's basically a waste of time. Like, it's gonna be funny, but like, what's the point?
It's Lego. It's fun, and if anything, it's very Lego, and basically nothing holiday special. I mean, there's like they eat turkey or whatever.
Yeah, and we've got Yoda talking about how it's a time of like tradition and family and all that. But
it seems like it's very Lego. It's not like they don't trying to go. The holiday special was special, and there's nothing. There's no plot twist. There's no problem to be solved. They just go and celebrate, as far as I remember. And in this one, there's.
Yeah, so this one, what we see in the trailer is that Rey finds some kind of key that allows her to travel through time. And, see, like, through time to episode 4, 5, and 6. And
so they try to have everybody together, like the Lego games does.
Yeah, I guess it's a fair plot device to get everybody together. Yeah. Palpatine gets to make fun of Kylo Ren's shirtlessness.
Yeah. And again, as a holiday special, it's non-canon. Oh, is it? Maybe Disney gonna come up later with this time travel device to fix the sequels. Who knows?
Or they could just leave it alone and move on.
I don't know.
Let us just move on.
The last holiday special gave us Boba Fett, so maybe we're gonna get something special from this one too.
Maybe. Or maybe not. In the meantime, Disney has had to delay more movie releases.
Yes, Nile, the Death on the Nile and Free Guy were moved from December release and now can be released, and maybe other movies will follow. Also, Disney was hit with layoffs at the Searchlight Studio, so was Lionsgate. Yeah, COVID is still affecting deeply the industry, and yeah.
Although it seems like some studios are figuring out ways to come back, but if nobody can go see these movies, and if movies can't be released, then, I mean, it doesn't matter how safely they make the movie,
Yeah, but I think the movie theater industry will change. Will get better this after the election. Most likely, some of the cities that hard locked it down, we will start reopening. For political reasons, they close down, and now that there's no really a reason to they will reopen.
You think they'll open?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But I mean, that doesn't really apply to the UK or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, the UK every
it's not
country.
American theaters are the only ones.
That's true, but on the other hand, a lot of theaters in Europe, they were open until this apparently second wave. Like James Bond was all set to be released until a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
Tenet was released before. It was released in the US. It was released in Europe and in other countries. Every case is a case, but in the U.S. specifically, in the industry, wanting or not, it's an American industry. So, the movies will be released worldwide, but domestic is first. So, I'm pretty sure some places will reopen. Like some places are reopening slowly.
Yeah.
But the issue is still what to release. If they don't start releasing big ones soon,
Yeah, people need a reason to go.
Yeah, we went to see Honest Thief, and it was like desert town there.
Yeah, there haven't been a lot of people.
Yeah.
But where we are, we've had a big spike recently.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. In the meantime, this past week we lost an icon.
Yeah. The great Sir Sean Connery, the original James Bond. Also, he was Alan Quarterman. Is that Alan Quarterman? Yeah. No, it's not Alan Quarterman. Is it Alan Quarterman?
I don't know.
On the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Oh.
It's Alan Quarterman, yeah, right?
I really don't remember. Because the first thing I saw him in was Indiana Jones. Where he's Dr. Henry Jones Sr.
Also, he was on the Hunt for the Red
October.
Some people claim it's the terrible Russian accent, but
he wasn't there for his accent.
So he was Alan Quarterman on the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. He was Captain, what's his name? You don't know.
No, in Hunt for Red October.
Captain Ivanov, the Beast.
Yeah.
He was Henry Jones.
Henry Jones Sr. That's where I first saw him.
Yeah, no, I first saw him on James Bond on Dr. No, and it was a great surprise to see him on Last Crusade, and since then he started getting like older guy roles, Entrapment with Captain Zeta-Jones,
The Rock.
The Rock. Oh, well, it was for The Rock that he asked for money, not for The Last Crusade.
Oh, okay.
He asked, give me more money. He was great on Highlander. He's Ramirez.
Yeah.
This Spaniard. It was like, really?
And I guess that speaks to just how good and how charismatic he is.
That's true.
Because he's a Scot. He's like undeniably, unashamedly Scottish, and he can't hide it.
Yeah.
But they still cast him as like a Russian guy, a Spanish guy, and like whatever, and we just accept it. Like, yes, okay. Apparently, when he was first cast to be James Bond, to bring that character to the screen, Ian Fleming hated the audition tape, and just wasn't into it. And I don't remember how he ended up getting cast anyway. But he did, and then when Ian Fleming, who's of course the author who created the character and everything, when he saw him on screen and saw the way Sean Connery like portrayed him in like the sexy, suave, lethal secret agent 007, Ian Fleming loved him so much as that performance and Sean Connery's version of James Bond began to inform his own writing. So that's how like iconic and everything that Sean Connery was. And especially in that role, that like he became James Bond even for the guy who created James Bond. So
yeah,
there's that.
Yeah, that was what else? There's anything else worth mentioning? He did so much.
He did. Oh, he was like aggressively pro Scottish independence from the UK.
As one should. Yeah.
As an American, I can understand.
Yeah. But even though he was knighted by the Queen.
Well.
I'm saying that he accept the honor, but you should. I can do it.
Yeah.
I can do it. Yeah, proper Scottish accent.
It's okay. He can't do Spanish. He can't do Scottish.
Yeah, and he can't do Russian.
No.
Yeah.
But again, who cares? Because he was great. Definitely a giant.
But he was almost Gandalf. He was almost cast as Gandalf. But I can't remember what was the reasons, but yeah.
That's one I'm glad it wasn't him.
Oh, who knows?
You're right. He could have done an amazing job, but
the fact that McKellen did great, it doesn't mean he would do it too. He probably would do it a bit different, but yeah.
It's just hard to imagine anybody else.
Yeah.
I guess in that particular role,
but
anyway.
But yeah.
I think that's all we've got for tonight.
Yeah. I was trying. I had a movie on my head that he did, but I can't. I escaped my mind. Let me just see here real quick if it pops.
Do you remember Life before IMDb? When he just had to sit there and wonder where the heck he'd seen that actor before.
Yeah. Oh, the Intouchables. No, Untouchables.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
so
Kevin
good.
Costner.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You send one of your guys to the hospital, you send one of them to the morgue, you send one of them to the morgue, and we send one of them to the cemetery. Or something like that. I can't remember the line.
Yeah.
It's such a great movie. And he's great on it. He's this former cop that joins Elliot Ness. Based on true story.
Yeah.
And
it's a great movie all told, but
and he's great on it. Anyways, that's our way to honor the great Sean Connery. He will be drinking a martini, shaken or dry.
Nope, shaken not stirred.
Shaken not stirred. Dry martini.
Yeah.
Shaken and not stirred.
There you go.
For Connery. Sean Connery. That's it for this week. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
I found another ballad. Yeah, that's it for this week. We see you next week. We probably still gonna be counting votes. So if not, we're gonna be watching fun stuff, and we're gonna come back to talk to you. Follow us, like us, share us, and may the force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Bye.